We're
Yay.
live.
Woohoo, we're live.
All right, we are here with Alexandra Erlich today, and she is going to give us some tips on credit, and we're going to learn how she ended up where she's at, because I've known Alexandra for, 6 years now. It's been a while, but that will be coming up next. And here we are back with Alexandra Erlich. How are you today, Alexandra? We had a little technical difficulty getting started.
I think it might be all the green beers. They might have the phone dropped in one. Yeah, that's what we're going to blame it on. We're just going to roll with that.
There you go.
I'm totally teasing. But that being said, I am actually having a fabulous day. I'm here in Colorado. It's super snowy today. And it's like that wet snow where it's like, I just want to go play.
There you go. It's always fun to play in it. I'm glad that we moved away from the snow, because when I was a young man, they found that the snow shovel fit my hand at about 8.
Yes, my son has the entire block monopolized, and him and I created a situation years ago. It's something I've done with all my kids, where I match whatever they deposit in the bank.
Ooh.
Well, it used to be when they were little that it was like, okay, holiday money, birthday money. It was reasonable. Well, the other day he's like, Mom, I'm ready to go to the bank and I have $1,100. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not matching that.
$1,100 shoveling snow?
Uh-huh.
Right on.
And cleaning up poop. There was a couple people that actually posted here on Facebook in like my little local community, and they're like looking for somebody that does yard cleanup, would rather give the business to a young entrepreneur. And I'm like, okay, I've got one for you.
How cool is that?
We had a very interesting heart-to-heart of like, no, so mommy doesn't match your work money. That's called you going to work and I go to work. Mommy matches your let's make practical decisions money.
Very good. Very, very good. So let's see. Me and you met right after.
When I was 2.
Yeah. That would have made me like
7.
29.
Yeah, we'll leave it at we met a couple companies back for each of us.
A couple of companies back. You did leave a couple of companies back. I wasn't going to mention any names. I just know that you've made a couple of changes, and because you've made a couple of changes, now you're Alexandra Erlich Inc.
I'm fully independent, and I couldn't be more grateful. I love having the opportunity to really help people navigate the credit game, because it is a game. And It's so unfortunate that so many people view it as a game that's set up to make us all lose, when in all actuality, it's a game that gives us every opportunity to win, because it's done by a computer. So how easy is it to trick a computer, to turn it off, to turn it on, to be able to dictate exactly what it sees? It's much, much easier than online dating.
Really? Wow.
I wouldn't know.
There you go. You've heard stories.
I have. And like, holy wow. I've also watched some reality TV. So yeah.
Cool. So, how about just a piece of advice for people today that might help them move forward, and a reason why they should come see you? I went through your whole bio and everything, and you've got some really good points in there. So I'll let you pick one of them, or go through why and how you actually do what you do.
Thank you. Let's start at the beginning. Couple basic tips and tricks, especially in today's economy, in today's market. I mean, we are having inventory shortages, really bizarre markets that most people really haven't had the opportunity to have experienced in the past and in this current day and age. And this goes geographically everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're here in Colorado, it doesn't matter if you're there in California. This is pretty nationwide consistent.
Right.
So we want to kind of think about that and go, okay, what else is different in today's market? What else are we overlooking? What else might we not have had the experience of dealing with in the past? And how can we approach it differently? And I think that that's really apropos, especially in the credit space. So here's a couple really quick tips and tricks. First and foremost, if you're going to look at something online, look at it for informational purposes only. Come on, we all know there's a reason that Snopes, right? Isn't it Snopes exists?
Yeah.
And WikiLeaks exists. It's because we want to verify any information we're given. There's a ton of content out there, and it's not always tailored to your specific situation. This is where, number one, look at it for informative purposes only. Don't take the direction that the computer is giving you. This is why we have things like this. The opportunity for us to talk, the opportunity for all of us just to say, hey, we're a resource. Guess what?
Yeah.
Most of the time, we don't cost you anything. Not saying that we totally work for free, neither one of us, but
Right.
in the grand scheme of things. So that's number one. Number two, if you are worried about what's on there, if you are worried about maybe some mistakes that you had in the past 5, 10, 15 years ago, come on, we all lived, we were all young and dumb. We all went through something. So speaking for myself, I went through a rocky divorce. I went through the crash of '08 and had to walk away from multiple properties in foreclosure, had to file a bankruptcy to actually be able to move on. I had my daughter without medical insurance. Like, let's think about all the things that happen in the context of just real day-to-day life and happen to all of us. So if there's something that you're like, don't worry, it's okay. There's a way to redirect the story that it is on paper, the way that it looks on paper, and we can get past it. Number three, I know that there's a million financial experts out there. And here's one that you may not have heard, and it's somewhat counterintuitive, but credit and debt don't have to be equal. Yes, you need credit. Yes, you need to use it, but you don't have to have credit and debt actually be equal. So here's a fun little tip, and this is one that I love, love, love. I'm going to take it kind of in two different directions really fast. Set it and forget it. How many of us had crock pots as a kid? I still have one sitting on my kitchen counter right now because it's a snowy day. So that's where the chili's going to go. Yeah. And how do we set it and forget it? Let's think about the little teeny monthly subscriptions that we have, whether it's Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Something under $20. I want you to put one on each credit card that you don't necessarily like or don't necessarily get a lot of rewards with. Put that account onto the credit card and then auto pay it in full out of your checking. You're letting the banks pay for the extra step. You're playing the game to win it and doing it in a way that isn't requiring any additional work from you. Another thing when we talk about credit and debt not being equal is this. Yes, you have to use your cards, but guess what? Here's a cool trick. I mean, as a mama, you don't have to keep what you use the card for. I can go to 10 stores. I can buy one thing at each, and then I can make the loop back through the mall in reverse and return all 10 items. No debt, but I played the game.
Nice. Nice. I like it. And you get a little shopping fix out of it at the same time.
No, I got my steps in and I was warm.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, got scrolling across the bottom there, how people can get hold of you. Any other way that you would like people to reach out that I didn't get on the scrolling?
No, you guys are welcome to hit me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, anything at all. And here's the main thing. I know I want to keep this short and sweet just because all of us are busy and we may have lost your attention already. I try to be at least a little bit entertaining, but I'm not a stand-up comedian for a reason. So
Me
here's the thing. Whether you're starting out and you have no idea where to build credit, you're 18 years old or you're 40 years old, and you've always really kind of been a little bit more reluctant because you knew how much importance this had. You knew that this was a big thing. I do no cost consultations all the time, all day, every day, at least 15 minutes at no cost, to be able to say, okay, here's the things that are out there. Here's how you can build credit in a proactive way. Or if you've literally been through the ringer and had every single one of those life events I've mentioned happen, you're like, yep, check, check, check. There's really no situation that is too big or small. And what I really want, I hope that everyone kind of takes away from this call and this conversation between the two of us is credit professionals, credit optimization professionals should not be looking at how long can they put you into a monthly program. They shouldn't ever be promising you guaranteed results. Yes, that's all going to come off. Yes, that's all can go away. I've got a magic wand. It's St. Patrick's Day. It's the leprechaun. The leprechaun's going to do it. He's going to put it in the pot at the end of the rainbow. And guess what? I know exactly where the map is for that. It's in Neverland, right?
Right.
Yeah. But that being said, this is about optimizing. This isn't about perfection. It's about optimizing and really setting your specific goals and tailoring whatever solution it is to getting you to your goals as quickly, easily, efficiently, and low of an expense as is humanly possible. There's one of the things that we forget so often is that with an FHA loan, with a VA loan, there's no difference in interest rate between a 540 credit score and an 840 credit score. So great, let's get you into the house and let's keep building. Let's look at how do we take ourselves as individuals and distinguish our personal credit from our business credit if we're business owners. And where can we leverage that? How do we take ourselves from being a first-time buyer to being an investor in real estate, in looking at what this market's doing for us? And all of those pieces are going to, at the end of the day, come down to credit.
Very good. You know how much I appreciate you today. I really thank you for coming in, even though we had a couple technical difficulties. Everybody go out and be the sunshine in somebody's rainy day. And if you have any questions, give Alexandra a call. She will gladly help you out. Thank you so much, Alexandra.
Thank you.